Welcome to Silver Life Tips, the place where growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. If you're here, it's because you care about your health, your independence, and your future. And that means you're already on the right path. After 50, your body starts having opinions of its own. One hand says it's cold. The feet say it's too warm. The belly craves sweets while the doctor says, absolutely not. And sleep? You get 2, maybe 3 hours, then you're wide awake, staring at the ceiling, asking yourself, now what? But hey, it's not that we're getting weak. It's just that our body is quietly sending messages like, hey, it's time to treat me better with a little more kindness. So today, let's walk through the 6 most common health issues seniors face, and more importantly, how to prevent them. Don't worry, no magical herbs, no hardcore gym routines, just simple, doable changes starting from today. And who knows, maybe preventing disease can be more fun than watching comedy shows. High blood pressure, the silent killer. They call it the silent killer. And no, we're not talking about your neighbor's chili recipe. We're talking about high blood pressure. Creeps in quietly, no symptoms, no warning signs. Until bam, one day, it knocks on your door with a stroke, heart attack, or kidney problem as its lovely little gifts. Yeah, not the kind of surprise we like after 50. Let's break it down. Blood pressure is basically the force of your blood pushing against the walls of your arteries. A little push is fine, but when it's constantly pushing too hard, those poor arteries start wearing out like an old garden hose with too much water pressure. Eventually, something bursts. And here's the kicker. Most people with high blood pressure have no idea they have it. They feel fine. They look fine. But inside, their heart's working overtime. Their arteries are under pressure, and their risk of stroke or heart disease is quietly going up every single day. So what do we do? First, check it. A quick blood pressure check at home or at the pharmacy. Easy. And it gives you power. Because when you know your numbers, you can take control. Second, eat smarter. I know salt makes everything taste better, but too much salt is like giving your arteries tiny bricks to carry all day. Swap it out for herbs, garlic, lemon. Your heart will thank you. Oh, and go easy on processed foods. Those sneaky snacks are sodium bombs in disguise. Third, move a little every day. No need to run marathons or bench press your grandkids. Just walk, stretch, dance while making coffee. Whatever gets your heart gently pumping. And last but not least, breathe. Stress jacks up your blood pressure like a pressure cooker with no release valve. Try a few deep breaths each morning. Look at trees, pet your dog, or just close your eyes and be for a moment. Trust me, your heart, that quiet, loyal engine inside you, will feel the difference. Type 2 diabetes, the sweet trap. Let's talk about something sweet. Well, too sweet, actually. Type 2 diabetes, also known as the trap that turns your love for desserts into a full-time health hazard. Now, here's the thing. Diabetes doesn't show up overnight. It sneaks in slowly when your body starts having trouble using insulin properly. Think of insulin as the key that unlocks your cells so sugar can go in and give you energy. But with type 2 diabetes, that key is either rusty or the lock just won't turn. So sugar builds up in your bloodstream like rush hour traffic. And trust me, nobody enjoys that kind of jam. But let's get real. It's not just candy and cake. White rice, white bread, sugary drinks, those healthy breakfast cereals. Yeah, they're sugar bombs in disguise. And it's not just about food. Lack of movement, too much stress, poor sleep. They all join hands like naughty kids at recess and make the problem worse. So what can we actually do? First, let's not wait until the doctor says, you've got it. Get your blood sugar checked, especially if you're over 50, carrying a little extra weight, or have a family history. It's a simple test that can save you a lifetime of complications. Second, be sugar smart. You don't have to quit sweet things forever. Just pick your battles. Choose whole fruits over fruit juice. Swap white rice for brown or quinoa if you're feeling fancy. Cut down on soda and go for water with lemon. Yes, it sounds boring, but your pancreas will throw a party. Third, move that lovely body of yours. Even a 20-minute walk after meals helps your body use sugar better. And bonus, it helps your mood, too. And finally, stress less, sleep more. No, it's not a luxury, it's a survival tool. When you're constantly stressed, your blood sugar rises. When you sleep poorly, your hunger hormones go wild and sugar cravings spike. So remember, type 2 diabetes may be a sweet trap, but with a little awareness, a little action, you can step right over it and keep enjoying life, sweetly, but wisely. Osteoarthritis, the creaky companion. You know you're getting older when your joints start talking back, and not with words, oh no, with creaks, cracks, and that ugh sound you make just trying to stand up from the sofa. Meet osteoarthritis, the most common type of arthritis and honestly, the most annoying +1 at every senior gathering. Osteoarthritis is what happens when the cushioning between your joints, called cartilage, starts to wear down. Think of it like the rubber padding on your favorite shoes. Once that wears out, every step feels like you're walking on gravel. Your knees ache, your hips complain, your fingers stiffen, and suddenly, things like opening a jar or walking downstairs feel like Olympic events. But here's the good news. Osteoarthritis might be here to visit, but you don't have to let it move in permanently. So what can you do? First, keep moving. I know it sounds backwards, right? Joints hurt, so we rest. But too much rest stiffens things up even more. Gentle movement keeps the joints lubricated, like oiling a squeaky door. Try swimming, walking, or Tai Chi. Your joints like it smooth and easy. Second, watch the weight. Every extra pound you carry puts added pressure on your joints, especially your knees. In fact, for every pound lost, you take about 4 pounds of pressure off those poor knees. They'll be sending you thank you cards. Third, strengthen the muscles around your joints. Think of muscles as your joints' personal bodyguards. Strong muscles equals better support equals less wear and tear. So grab some light weights or do bodyweight exercises at home. Even standing up from a chair slowly counts. Fourth, hot and cold are your friends. Warm compresses relax stiff joints. Cold packs calm down inflammation. Rotate as needed, your joints love variety. And lastly, be kind to yourself. Osteoarthritis might slow you down a little, but it doesn't have to stop you. Adapt, adjust, and most importantly, keep moving forward, even if it's with a creak, a crack, and a whole lot of character. Memory loss and cognitive decline, the fading spark. You walk into the kitchen, open the fridge, and suddenly think, wait, what did I come in here for? Sound familiar? Welcome to the land of senior moments. Now, the good news is, occasional forgetfulness, totally normal. We've all called the grandkids by the dog's name at least once, right? But when memory slips become frequent, or when we start losing our train of thought more often than a late-night TV host, that's when we need to pay attention. Cognitive decline isn't just about forgetting birthdays. It can affect how we think, reason, and even make decisions. And while conditions like Alzheimer's or dementia can sound scary, here's the empowering part. There are things we can do right now to keep that brain of yours firing on all cylinders. First, keep it learning. Your brain, it's a muscle, sort of, and like any muscle, it needs a workout. Read new books, try a puzzle, learn a new recipe or even a new dance move. Bonus points if it embarrasses your kids. Second, feed it right. What's good for your heart is great for your brain. Think leafy greens, berries, fish rich in omega-3, and a splash of olive oil. It's like a Mediterranean vacation for your neurons. Third, get social. Isolation is like mold for the mind. It grows in the dark. So call a friend. Join a local class. Tell that same story for the 5th time. Trust me, they'll smile anyway. Fourth, sleep is sacred. Your brain does its housekeeping while you sleep, clearing out waste, storing memories, and pressing the refresh button. So ditch the late-night news sometimes, and treat yourself to 7 to 8 hours of honest-to-goodness rest. And of course, manage stress. Chronic stress floods your brain with cortisol, which sounds like a dinosaur but is way less fun. Too much of it and memory starts to slip. So no, forgetting where you put your keys doesn't mean you're doomed. But keeping your mind active, your body moving, and your heart happy, That's the spark that keeps on glowing. Depression, the hidden weight. Let's talk about something that doesn't get enough airtime: depression. But not the kind that's like a bad mood after a long day. No, this one's a heavyweight champ, weighing down on your mind, your body, and your spirit, even when no one can see it. You know how your body feels heavy after a sleepless night? Imagine feeling that way all the time. That's what depression can feel like. And the tricky part? It often goes unnoticed because it doesn't always look like we expect. It's not always tears or staying in bed all day. Sometimes it just shows up as low energy, loss of interest, or feeling like everything requires way more effort than it should. Here's the kicker. Depression isn't just a mental thing. It has physical effects too. Can mess with your sleep, mess with your appetite, and mess with your ability to enjoy the things that once lit you up. But here's the good news. You don't have to let it quietly take over. First, talk about it. I know, easier said than done, right? But saying, "I'm struggling" out loud to someone you trust is one of the most important first steps. There's no shame in asking for help. It's like asking someone to help you with a heavy box. You don't have to carry it alone. Second, get moving. I know it feels like running a marathon when your bed is calling you, but moving, even just a little, releases endorphins. Those little brain chemicals that help you feel a bit more like you again. Start with a short walk or a few stretches. It's like dusting off a shelf that's been sitting in the corner too long. Third, eat better. I know. You're thinking, how's salad going to fix my mood? But trust me, what you eat affects how you feel. Nutrients from fruits, veggies, whole grains, and fish can give your brain the fuel it needs to keep working optimally. It's not about perfect eating, just trying to give your body a little more love. Fourth, find purpose. And by that, I don't mean you need to climb Mount Everest tomorrow, but finding small things that spark a sense of purpose. Whether it's a hobby, a project, or just helping a neighbor, can bring light back into a dark space. Sometimes it's as simple as knowing that you're needed, even if it's just for a friendly chat. Finally, be patient with yourself. Depression doesn't vanish overnight, but that doesn't mean it'll stick around forever. You can take small steps every day, and before you know it, that weight starts to feel a little lighter. Growing older isn't the end. It's a new chapter, a time to slow down, to go deeper, and to truly live for yourself. You don't need to do anything grand, just a little care each day, a little more self-awareness, a little faith that health is a gift, and you still have time to cherish it, to improve it, and to enjoy it. Thank you for staying with us until the very end. If you found this video helpful, feel free to share it with someone you care about. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, so each week we can bring you more simple, warm-hearted health tips just like this. See you in the next video.